Good morning. Welcome. Man, it's good to be back at Cisco Live, and it's good to be back here with all of you, and it's good to be back and meet a lot of people. So, basically, Larissa and I are going to take you through our innovations. We're going to take you through some of the changes that we made, and we're also going to show you some real demos of what we can do. And I just lost the slides here. Here we are. Now, thank you very much. Brilliant. So Larissa and I are going to show you our innovations. We're going to show you some live demos. And you know, a lot has changed in the world. We've shifted from commuting to the home office. We've gone from face-to-face working to working from our laptops. And we've been accustomed to the flexibility. And now we're bringing people back into the office part of the time, and we have hybrid work. And hybrid work is different, and it's harder than what we did before. And new challenges has emerged. And we need to solve for that with a mix of remote and in-person employees. And we also see that the user expectations, the consumer expectations has changed. The experience and our customer experience is changing. Hybrid work is not just about picking the right technology. It's about the people. It's about building the culture. It's building the purpose of organizations. It's really about who we are as companies, as organizations, and finally, who we are as human beings. And for this, IT cannot stand alone. We need to solve these challenges in partnership between IT, HR, and facilities management. And we're going to show some of those things today. And hybrid work is not only about collaboration either. So what happens when people come back into the office and 90% of meetings have a remote participant? Is your network ready to support that? And very tabloid put, back at Cisco in Oslo, we used to have one Cisco office. Now we have 500 small Cisco offices around. How do you make sure that our information and your information stays secure? How do you make sure that you can do fleet management and have the latest software upgrades? Software, network, devices need to work seamlessly together. And Cisco is solving for that environment. Today, we're going to tell you how. We're all reimagining the hybrid workspace. We purpose-built new WebEx suite for flexible work styles. And then my great friend and colleague Larissa Horton is going to come on stage, and she's going to talk about how we empower customer experience organizations and with solutions that are secure and manageable at scale. But let's start with hybrid workspaces. Hybrid work requires our customers and partners to reimagining the workspace. When you work from home, it's important to look good. You know, getting in front of you here today, I picked out a good jacket, a nice clean shirt, cool shoes and everything, right? I want it to look good. It's no different when you're at home. You want to make sure that that audio and video makes you look good and be perceived professional. You want to make sure that when you're in back-to-back meetings, that you feel better. And not only that, but you have the tools that will allow you to do more. And then when you are on the journey from the home office and into the office, the journey in between, you want a seamless experience on the go with the WebEx app, with headsets and everything, so that you are able to do the journey in between. And when you get into the office, you need to get into an office that has the better experience than what you have at home. that at least the coffee is better than what you have at home, and that the gear is great, because you can't mandate people back. Companies that have tried to mandate have not succeeded. You need to create the office as a magnet to come back, to work on the right things in the office, to have the right tools in the office, so that you create and get that pull into the office as well. So you need to have a magnet, not mandate. And let's do a trial and take a walkthrough of a morning when you're coming into the office. So we're getting into the lobby. So I've made a lobby over here. Let me walk over. Here I have a Desk Pro. And when I come into the office, here is a nice map of the building. This actually happens to be the building in Oslo. I come in, and you know what? I need a place to work for half an hour. So what I can do is I can say there are available rooms. I'll go to Room Finder. At Room Finder, I say, OK, help me find a room that's available for half an hour for just me, for this type of meeting. And then you will see that I get a lot of rooms up here as well that are available. So for today, let's say I pick A14 Alpha. That's a great room. When I pick that, I see where it is on the map. I see it's available. I actually get room occupancy. There are 0 people in there now. I can look at the air quality, temperature, humidity, all of those type of statistics. And you know what? Let's reserve that room now. I would like to hold it for the time it takes to get there. So now you see it went blue. It's mine for the next 3 minutes. Good thing, it's a very, very short walk because it's up here. So here I am in room A14. Here I have a beautiful Desk Pro. And when you have the Desk Pro, we have hot desking capabilities as well. And what I can do is I take my phone, I just go here, I select the QR code, and what happens is that when I select the QR code, I actually makes this room mine. It's now pairing with the WebEx app. It's downloading my personal settings, and I can actually now reserve it for some period of time. So I asked for half an hour, but let's be greedy and say 7 hours and 49 minutes. I want this to be mine. I will then book the room, and you see now that it's booked in my name. And what happened, you also see that all of my meetings were coming up here. So now I'm paired, and you see all of my meetings today. And also when I dial out, the ones that are receiving that call will see that it's Snorre calling, not B14 Alpha. That was the name of this room. I took a shared room and made it personal. And we also have the same capabilities now on the phone. This is an 8875. And for the 8800s, we also get hot desking capabilities for those. So I just mentioned that in my meetings today, there are multiple platforms, which is something that we all have in common. We reached out to 3,800 of you. 3,800 different logos, and we said, how many meeting platforms do you use in your organization? The feedback we got was 85% of you use 2 or more meeting platforms, 2 or more. There are actually just as many using 4 meeting platforms as there is people using 1. So interoperability is table stakes. At Cisco, you can join meetings on Google, on Zoom, on Microsoft, and on WebEx back to back to back to back without having to reboot or reconfigure the device, just like I demonstrated here. But in the fall, we also announced that Cisco devices can run native MTR. With that, you can get the best of Microsoft Teams rooms and native WebEx and the best of WebEx inclusive and rich meetings as well. Let's see that in action. So over here, I have a Microsoft Teams Rooms device. This is running now Microsoft Teams Rooms first. You can see the well-known user interface. And one of the things that would be important to us is to make sure we have all of the AI, machine learning, advanced capabilities. So I can still swipe in from the right here. You see I can do all of the camera controls. I can do the microphone settings. I can do optimize for my voice. I can filter out voice, etc., etc. So we have all of those things. You also see here that my first meeting here is a Microsoft Teams meeting. And the second one is actually a WebEx meeting as well. So let's dive in and show you, and I'm going to show and demonstrate some of the capabilities. So let me just place a Microsoft Teams Rooms call. And here we are up, and here we have the team back in Oslo, where we have basically dialed into them. And one of the things I really want to demonstrate for you is the power of our AI platform that's work also in a Microsoft Teams Rooms environment with frames. So if you could turn on frames there in Oslo, please. Thank you. So now you see frames, and you can see that we have all of them with 3 individual frames. All of a sudden, they are much more present. We broke down the barrier between people remote and people in the office. And if we have, Ryan, you move around, you stand up, right? We will automatically be able to frame this like that. If he walks over to Anne-Marie, you will see that we will then optimize this and get this into 2 frames and optimize it, and this is dynamically done. This is things that we add to this in a Microsoft Teams Rooms environment. Thank you very much. I will basically hang up. So that was the Microsoft Teams Rooms call. Worked beautifully. Then the next one here is from the same user interface. Let's do a WebEx call as well. And I will show you some of the capabilities we have with WebEx and when we have with Suite. So we are dialing in here now, and we're back in Oslo. So here you see them. Great to see you. Thank you very much for joining. And they're celebrating Cisco Live as well. They love doing demos, right? That's in our DNA, so that's where we have the balloons. But let's actually do a small Slido poll. So what you see here is that we've integrated into this call, we've actually integrated a Slido poll that comes actually with the suite that will allow us to go out, ask questions, and get feedback. So here we have, I can edit response. So what do we think? What is great product demonstrations, or the world of solutions, or coffee, you know, and Stroopwafel. I think I'll do the first. We'll send in that. Wow, 100% think that great demonstrations are the best thing. So thank you very much. There we are. Hang up. That was a great call back to Oslo. But what you just saw there was that we were able to run both native MTR, and we were able to run WebEx with full-featured layer, including Slido. So if we talk about the capabilities you've just seen, we have those. Whether you are joining from a laptop with one and using our headset or USB cameras, or for one of our collaboration devices, we've got you covered, no matter where you're working, from home, in the office, and the journey in between. So now, let's talk about WebEx Suite and how WebEx Suite enables workstyles from anywhere. And you saw me using Slido there as part of the demo, because we need this, because not all ways of working are created equal. A 10-person board meeting is very, very different than a 10-person group meeting. The stakes are higher. You can't afford uninvited guests and people to eavesdrop. How do you engage your staff? It's very, very different in a small group than if you have a large all-hands where you have 1,000 participants. So how do you engage 1,000 people and virtual attendees at once? And then you have high-stakes events like Cisco Live here today, which requires solutions for both in-person and virtual events. So what we have with Suite is that Suite supports interaction while working from anywhere. You get calling, you get meetings and messaging. All of that in one powerful app. You can get Slido questioning and polling. You can host large-scale hybrid events, and not at least to be able to ideate and co-create with pervasive whiteboarding that goes across our app, our devices, and also bring your own devices. And send messages asynchronously that I think is super powerful with tools like Vidcast. So the WebEx Suite makes hybrid work easier. But by using the phone that's already in your pocket, we can actually add that with another feature we have and another service we had called WebEx Go, where you can actually easily manage your business and personal phone lines in your personal devices. And recently, we announced that WebEx Go is now available in the UK. It's already in the US, and we're going to roll it out to other locations throughout Europe in the coming months. So to talk more about that, I'm going to invite my good friend and colleague, Larissa Horton, on stage to talk about and demonstrate this. Give her a big round of applause.
Thank you, Snorre. All right, so I am so excited about this feature. We are so excited to expand it to the UK. I really want to quickly show you guys exactly what we have here. So here is my native dialer. As you notice, this is not an app. Native dialer on the OS. And I can quickly switch between my personal line and my business line. Okay, same phone. Not only that, if I go into my contacts, I can go and look for each contact, whether this is a contact for my business, or if it was a personal contact, it would also identify the personal contact. When I'm actually in a phone call, every incoming call will let me know whether it is a business call or a personal call. If it is my mom calling, I will probably pick up that phone. If it is my boss calling, I will probably pick up that phone. Here we see we have an incoming call, and it has actually been tagged with W for work. And when I go and pick up that call, you're going to notice I just did a quick answer. We're able to actually have this ring alongside, oh, I think I picked it up too quickly here, the entire device ecosystem. And you can see there's a toast that just showed up. I'm able to actually take that experience, elevate it all the way into the application if I want to use any of the application features. When this phone rings, I did it too quickly, you will have your desk phones also ring, your applications ring, and even the devices that Snorri was just talking about will also ring. WebEx calling works across the entire ecosystem of devices down to your personal phone. No need to carry two phones. That is the best part of this entire experience, while still having a managed line. Not only that, while I am on the call, you'll notice my presence up there has a phone icon. When I'm using my personal device, if I'm using a secondary phone, it will not tell my entire ecosystem, my coworkers, that I'm actually on a call. In this case, it is fully connected, so it's aware that you are on a work call, no matter where you take it. So I want to take this experience and actually elevate it. I can quickly pull the call from the mobile device into the application. So here I've now moved the call. Once I'm in the application, I can elevate the call. So here I'm actually elevating into a video call. Get a better experience no matter where I'm working from, directly from the application. All right, thank you. So that's just one of my favorite features about WebEx calling, but we're going to keep on going here. I'm going to end. Okay, so every month we deliver net new features in WebEx calling. One of the latest set of features that I'm excited about is our group call management. This enables a wide range of capabilities for teams of people who actually support calls, your call center. So today we're going to have Shane actually walk us through those capabilities. Shane?
Yep, thanks, Larissa. Group call management has been really, really well received by our customers, and it's helping organizations to supercharge their business call queues. Agents can take calls on any of the devices that Larissa has mentioned, and admins can get access to detailed analytics through our single pane of glass administration portal Control Hub. So right here, I'm in my calling analytics. I can see along the top, I've got KPIs that show me exactly how my call queues are performing over time and give me the key statistics associated with them. I can look at performance historically in lots of detail, all the way down through all of my different call queues, and also across my different call queue agents. So I can see which agents are taking the most calls and which call queues might need a little bit more help. We can also look at live call stats, and these are updated in real time. We can look at live call queue stats through Control Hub and see what's going on with our call queues at any time. And right now, I can see that there's one active call on the call queue, and that's right down there in the world of solutions. So if you want to check out this functionality, please join us down there for a live demo in person. All of this data is very useful in Control Hub, but it can also be exported via our reporting capabilities. We've added reporting capabilities so you can export daily, weekly, monthly stats and reports on your call queues and your auto attendance alongside all of the other reports. And all of this data is also available via our APIs. Marissa?
Thanks, Shane. The best part about this is all included in your WebEx calling seat. It's free. Basically get a free call center in your existing calling seat. What we have recognized in the industry is this need is coming up for many, many different teams. And it's not a full-blown contact center. So we want to make sure that you're getting that enhancement in that same license. Speaking of contact centers, customer experience is top of mind for all of the C-suite that I talked to today. Many customers are looking for that better experience. It's actually creating that brand loyalty when you have a better experience. So we really wanted to talk through that overall transformation. So what we're seeing is this transformation from the left to the right. We are seeing a shift from overall expectations and the overall experience that they expect from each of the businesses. Once they have a great experience with one business, they expect all other businesses to catch up. This raises the bar across all customer experiences. Consumers expect businesses to know them, to be proactive, and to be able to remember them every time they come back for more. The reality is, this is a challenge many businesses are having trouble with, especially with the existing budgets that they have. So this is where WebEx really comes into play. We are here to help you simplify this complex world. WebEx is focused on enabling a unique and connected journey across all of the different experiences that you support. So let me show you a typical journey. First off, your customer is going to make a purchase. And by the way, they can do this across many different channels. As you can see here, we have all the channels on the left. After you make a purchase, you'll deliver that service or product. Maybe they need some help when they're using the product, get some support. And if you keep them happy, they'll be coming back for more. But this is just one customer who chose one set of interactions across these different channels. You have many different customers, all of them choosing their own path. They can decide when they want to engage, how they want to engage. All of this is going to be unique to each and every one of them. Additionally, you need to meet your customers where they are at scale. So how do you do this? You need to be able to take all of your human interactions, learn from them, digitize them, so you can now scale to the range of customers across your entire ecosystem. To create this connected experience, we take the whole power of WebEx and bring it all together. With WebEx Connect, we can support all of your digital experiences. With our brand new WebEx Contact Center, we support the agents to be able to deliver that customer experience through the entire journey. And last but not least, we put all of this on top of the WebEx platform. So all of our investments across AI, analytics, the entire ecosystem of connectivity into the devices are also leveraged in our contact center experience. To see this all in action, we have Carlos up here who's going to walk us through a customer demo. We tried to make sure this is action-packed for you guys to see all of the products live. So here you see the mobile device of a customer. And as we start off, the customer just got a notification saying, hey, we delivered your package, but I just checked my door, package is not there. This is a problem. So I'm going to ask for some status because there's clearly something wrong if I'm being told it's available and I don't see it in my home. And so as I request more information and status, I'm going to have it show up. First, it's going to verify what was my order number here. I provide my information, and now they can go and retrieve all of the information from their systems. By the way, as you can see here, this is a virtual agent. This is not a human agent. We're doing a proactive experience from WebEx Connect. So it says, well, you know what? It looks like it's actually been delivered. So if there's something wrong, we're going to have to escalate that to a live agent. On one platform, we're able to handle all of these virtual to live agent experiences. Now that we're connecting to a live agent, we're going to switch over and show you the brand new WebEx Contact Center. So here you have the agent experience. Agent is now available. And as this incoming customer comes in, you're able to see the entire history that the customer has already engaged in. So no need to repeat yourself and the situation that you're in. No need to annoy them further to have them repeat themselves. I pick up the customer, and I have all of the context of what's going on. From there, I can go and look across systems. In this case, I'm going to see exactly what's happening in the back-end systems. Was this delivery actually made? And I can go and check and see, well, we actually have proof that the delivery was made. We even have the picture. So I'm going to take this picture, I'm going to send it over to the customer to show, like, look, no, this is done. The delivery was made. So we're going to send that over to the customer. We're going to wait for the customer to respond to see what's going on, what's happening, why is this not showing up? And as our customer is responding on another device, you'll see here that the agent is going to have that all in one place. So from virtual to live agent, not my house. There is our problem. It was delivered to the wrong house. So now the agent has to look at what options do they have available. Well, this is a very complex problem. We've lost a package at the wrong house. I actually need to escalate for some help. This is where having the entirety of the WebEx platform is so critical. We actually combine our CPaaS, CCaaS, and UCaaS solution. So now I can actually escalate directly from the same agent desktop to go and ask for help from a subject matter expert to then resolve this issue. And not only that, I'm able to pass the entire context over to this expert, to someone who works on other back-end systems. No need to switch tools, no need to train on different tools, all from one place. I can go and escalate and resolve the customer issue. And this really speeds up the overall experience for that customer, making it very seamless across the different channels, from virtual to live, all the way to the expert. Thank you, Carlos. All right. But our connected experiences do not stop there. In the keynote, and actually Snorri also mentioned, we talked about this entire experience that we provide as WebEx and as Cisco. And so next, I really want to walk through the power of Cisco and specifically focusing on our security, manageability, and where networking also comes into place. Remember, we mentioned that hybrid work is actually harder than what it was pre-pandemic. Why is that? Well, we've heard many customers now talk about, I came into the office and I had a worse experience. Well, why is it worse? Pre-pandemic, those networks were not ready for all of the media that was coming onto the network. Nobody was turning video on top of having a share. And now every single person is used to turning video on. And not only that, as you expand that network, you now have to secure it in a very different way. You guys heard from the keynote our Cisco Secure Cloud, and really looking at how do you secure across every single employee, no matter where they work. And so we've really looked across all of these experiences and the expectations of those employees in terms of how do you bring them back and deliver that great experience. We've learned a lot over the last couple of years. And we're really making this entire hybrid work solution a reality for our customers. That has been something that we have been really trying to understand every aspect of that challenge. And with that, we looked across all of Cisco and how do we bring together the best of our assets. With our new hybrid work cross-architecture offer, we're making it even easier to even buy this solution together. Whether it is networking, collaboration, or security, how all of those three work together with the different buying centers that Snorri mentioned, facilities, HR, the entire IT team, not just in collaboration, but all of IT. How do we make it easier for you to drive a hybrid work solution for your entire corporation? So with this new offer, we've looked at all of the use cases, we've looked at different devices that you can incorporate into the entire experience, and we bring it together. Now I'm just going to walk through a couple of features in this area. We've mentioned Control Hub a couple of times. This is our one admin experience to really understand the quality of experience, the adoption, and overall what your end users are seeing, whether they are working from home or in the office. You can see end-to-end exactly what that experience looks like. It is our single pane of glass to help manage. Not only that, we've worked very closely with ThousandEyes, which is included in this offer, to be able to understand that network path. Very often, when we are trying to troubleshoot an issue, and this came up time and time again for board meetings, we're trying to find out very quickly, what's the problem? Is it the network? Is it the device? Is it the application? Where are all these issues? And now, with this integration, not only are you able to have this directly integrated into Control Hub, but you can quickly step up into the full ThousandEyes experience, and again, troubleshoot very quickly exactly where in that network path you actually have the challenge, and quickly resolve it. We aren't stopping there. We talked a little bit about sustainability in the keynote. We're really excited to bring all of this directly into Control Hub. We know this is top of mind for many companies. Everyone wants to look at, what is my carbon footprint? How do I reduce it? This is top of mind for us as well. We are looking at how do we help you understand what your carbon footprint is, what energy you're using across all your devices, and how do we make that better? Things like turning on office hours to make sure that you can actually reduce the overall utilization. We do this at scale around the world. We know that it is important to look at privacy, security, and data sovereignty. We've recently released data centers specific to the EU across Frankfurt and Amsterdam. Really excited to continue to support the needs of the EU businesses. All of this, as you can see, is really bringing together everything that Cisco has to offer across different business units. We are not trying to solve this problem in isolation. We are trying to solve this with all of the strength of Cisco, with obviously all of the strength of collaboration also coming together. So in closing, I really hope you guys are able to see that we are trying to solve this problem for all of the real challenges that we are hearing from you, our customers, and our partners. But it doesn't stop here. I encourage you to join the other iTalks on hybrid work, visit the World of Solutions. We have many great demos that go into each of the specific features that we talked about here today. On behalf of me and Snorri, thank you so much for attending today. Hope you enjoy the rest of Cisco Live.